Crystal Online, Renegade Island functioning at 100%, initiating opening sequence. It's showtime, boys.
Greetings from Tromaville. I'm Lloyd Kaufman.
I'm Ed Sanchez.
Scott Snyder.
Hi, I'm Jen Soskin. And I'm Sylvia Saska. And we're the Twisted Twins.
Hi, I'm Trace Ballou.
Hey, what's up? This is Godfrey.
Jessica Riot.
Hi, I'm Jessica Cameron.
And I'm Heather Dorr.
This is the Angry Video Game Nerd, and you're listening to Nerd Rage Renegades. You fucks.
Nerd Rage Renegade.
I'm on with the Nerd Rage Renegade. This is now my new job.
And I'm on the Nerd Rage Renegade Show!
The Spin and the Chief are just the best entertainment and best education in the world.
End sequence. Good job, young bloods.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on the Twitch machine.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Anybody out there?
Anybody out there, we'll see. I'm sure more people will be coming into the chat, as we progress through the show. But we do want to give a couple shout-outs from last night. I know I did at the end of my stream, but I want to give a couple shout-outs. First of all, last night on my stream, Neo Green came in with a host with 7 viewers, and Hunt and Bob came in with a raid of 8 last night. Thank you so much, my dudes. Neo Green, of course, is Officer Neo Green on STRP. Hunt and Bob is Lieutenant Forrester on STRP. Two amazing, awesome people. Make sure you go follow their channels if you're not already. They're really great guys. Ken Peff came in with a follow. Wooter Coon came in with a follow. And then Ken Peff dropped 245 biddies.
Thanks, Ken.
In that chat. Thank you
right
so much,
on,
Ken.
brother.
Thank you so much, thank you so much, my brother.
Every little bit helps, my friend.
Every little bit helps. It's been pretty good. I mean, we I do want to give another great shout out. I want to give a shout out to Minty Delight. Minty Delight 1, who gave 1,000 biddies the other night at the end of the Astrid Walker kind of first story arc, and then Stacker Plays Games came in with 1,500 biddies at the end of that stream.
Good people out there. Some good people out in the audience listening.
Very good people out there in the audience, man. I'll tell you what, I was, which I don't know why my thing didn't update. Hold on, I'm updating the thing here, because I thought I updated the thing here.
You know what's weird? Like, it's still daylight when we record this now. It's because it's summertime, and I've got this weird band of light across my eyes. I should have worn my sunglasses in here.
I know, it's weird, you know? It's like not tonight, because it's let me update that info so it's up there. Not tonight though, because we've been having thunderstorms here tonight.
Yeah, you're probably getting the ones we had.
It still says it's Topanga Fisher. This is not Topanga Fisher. This is Nerd Rage Renegades podcast. You know what? I will just keep it. You know what? I'll fix that at the end. I'll change the name at the end.
All right then.
You know,
it wouldn't be the first time. I've seen Djibouti and Milton have a couple mislabeled.
Yeah.
Archive.
Yeah. So not a problem. Not a problem there. But tonight will be Topanga. I will be doing some Topanga tonight. Because I fucking love that girl.
I haven't seen that character yet, so I will probably be hanging out for half an hour or so afterwards to check it out and see what's going on. If we can get into whatever server we're doing.
Yeah. So I ended the Astrid Walker story arc, the first story arc, the other night. Got her out of the city alive, which was, always my intention is to get, unless I feel like perma is what actually has to happen at that point in the story.
I think that character could come back from perma, though. You could perma kill that character and then do like a soap opera twist, and she just comes back from the grave.
Like she was, like, oh, you thought I was dead, but I'm not. Maybe she comes back with like an eye patch or something.
You could do all kinds of weird stuff with that character, I think.
Yeah, or shot in the head, but only one of the personalities dies. Something like that. But me personally, and I said this at the end of my stream, is I decide her destiny. I decide her ultimate fate. If she gets shot and I decide that's it for her, then that's it. If not, I bring her back in another way. And a lot of people agreed with me on that. Which
I should be the only person to be able to permakill that character.
Exactly. You're the only one that can permakill her because you're my best friend. You get to permakill her. But no. So I got her out of the city. She's now safely tucked away. She did make a little bit of she did come back in like a little bit of an epilogue last night just to talk to Rocky. But she today I dropped it I dropped it with Rocky last night, but today I dropped the actual document that she has been offered a position at Johns Hopkins University in the realm of cadaver recreation. So she is going to be, that's where she's going to be for a while. She's going to be teaching at Johns Hopkins University.
Which gives me an opportunity to slide in and make stupid dad jokes over your characters for the next little while.
Pretty much. So that's where she is right now. And I'm happy that she's there. I'm happy that she's, safe and sound right now. And that has allowed me to bring in old characters. It's allowed me to bring Whoa.
Hold on.
Yep, I hear myself.
Yeah, I didn't know that was up. No, I refreshed to see if it changed the title, and it looked like it changed the title back to Nerd Rage Renegades.
Okay, good. So it allowed me to bring Estes Goldberg back. So I brought him back. In fact, I brought him back off screen maybe for like 20 or 30 minutes. The night I got Ashered out because I couldn't sleep that night. My emotions were wild because, I mean, you know how it is, Chief. It's like actors say, when you play a character for years and years and years, and that character, it's finally time for that character to move on. It's an emotional thing because you've spent so much time as that character.
I think it goes the same. It's the same along the lines of like if I see something online that I care about a lot. Like formerly The Walking Dead.
Right.
If I see something like that, you've seen some of the like 5-page diatribes I've gone on.
I've seen them.
Where I can't sleep. I'll sit up till 3 a.m. writing that stuff. And
yeah.
Like, hey, I just gotta put this down because this is wrong. That's probably a stupid, immature, trolly thing to do, but I can't help it.
But so I was able to bring Estes back and had a great night of RP with everybody the other night with Minty Delight and, of course, Moxley, who plays Floyd Scump, which him and Estes are just, we did so much with them in the past, and now being able to, I'm lucky Moxley saw that Estes was on because he was on his character Slim Jim the other night, he uses the Darnell, the Darnell in the building. He uses that skin for Slim Jim. So gang shit. So he was able to see Estes on, and he told me, he was like, I saw Estes running around. He was like, shit, yeah, Estes is back. This is gonna be fun. So we did some hobo stuff the other day. We took him to the truth room where the alien head is and the humane lab stuff is, and had a great fun time with that. And then I was sitting around, and a new character popped into my head because Moxley did this character called Silver, which is basically like Damon's character, from Djibouti, the Pokemon Go guy, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna do something with that. So Topanga Fisher was born. And she had so much fun on the server last night. And sadly, Moxley, because he's and he's rightfully so, he's asked for more character slots on that server, and I agree with him 100% on that. To bring more character slots in, because I hate having a character and then because you have a new character come in, you gotta delete a character, and I don't want to do that. So he had to delete Silver, but he brought in this tow truck driver, which kind of looks like Bergerman. So I just tacked on Big Rad. We had Big Blue for a while last night, and of course Topanga's like, Dad, jeez.
I'll tow it for ya.
Dad, like when I take over, I'm totally going to change these to pink. These are going to be pink trucks, and they're going to have anime girls on the side. It's going to be like so cool. So I tacked on as his daughter, and I didn't know what his name was. So his name was John Bradshaw Layfield. So I play it off that his wife, my mother, when Topanga was born, was so hopped up on epidural that she forgot her own last name and put her maiden name on the birth certificate. So that's why she's Topanga Fisher instead of Topanga Layfield. But she had a lot of fun on the server last night, just feeding her Tamagotchi like every 2 seconds. Even like there was one point the cops had pulled us over because of like running a red light, and they're sitting there doing their cop thing, and you just see up on the side where the like the action stuff is. It's just like Topanga feeds her Tamagotchi. Topanga picks up her Tamagotchi's poop. Topanga plays with her Tamagotchi, just doing these like teenage angsty stuff. And we found the comic book store in the server.
Oh,
we found the comic book store. So
well, that's where I'll be hanging out all the time.
Oh darn yeah! She got to play. I got to play going in there and getting my comic books for the week and everything like that. And I'm like, these are look. These are from Marvel. These are DC. This is IDW. Okay, Walking Dead's from freaking Image. Okay, it's like totally cool, but still, everything sucks. Everything sucks. Yeah.
All these books suck, but I bought them anyway.
I bought them. It's like, don't worry. They have Mom's credit card on my file, so. And that's the thing. Like everything she does, everything that she uses. It's her mom's credit card. Like she's like, yeah, I had to pay international shipping for these leggings, but I just used my mom's credit card. And she's got it on her because her mom's like always hopped up on like Vicodin and vodka, so she doesn't know she takes her credit card. Such a fun character. I'm having a blast with her, and it allows me to take a break from Astrid for a bit. It allows me to branch out a little bit. I really am thinking. I talked to Moxley today. I'm really thinking of taking Topanga on a little trip to the family vacation. Try to get into the family RP with Topanga, because I think that would just be so much fun if I can get Topanga over there role-playing with the family people. Because Astrid is a slow burn character. Very slow burn character. Estes is just chaos, which we all love. And Topanga's just can get people to play Pokemon in D&D.
we gotta sit down and think of a character that like nobody's done.
We do.
I was thinking it would be funny to do a character that's a vampire but denies it. Totally denies being a vampire.
See,
everyone accuses him of it, but he's like, no. He talks just like Bela Lugosi. Like, no, I am not a vampire.
And see, that's the thing. It's like I wanted to take Father Merrick and turn him into a televangelist. And what does Djibouti do today? Peter Blump, and they went and got a TV camera, and now they're doing televangelism. I'm like, well, there's that idea out the window. Can't do that one.
Yeah, you got to be real careful with even though we love that stuff, like with Djibouti and Milton and Classy and those guys, but it's a fine line you got to between homage and just straight ripping them off.
Exactly.
So you got to be careful.
That's why, like with Topanga, like she does the Pokemon Go stuff, but she also is all about anime and everything like that. So she pulls out, and the Tamagotchi I just love. I love having the Tamagotchi thing, and I pulled some music for her. I actually have like a very small soundtrack for her. I've got like anime openings and like the Sailor Moon, like the Sailor Moon instrumental.
K-pop stuff.
Oh yeah, I got to do some K-pop in there, But she's completely like anime obsessed. But I play her kind of two ways. She's anime obsessed, but she's also very angsty that the entire world sucks. You
got plenty of reference.
I did pull out the Godzilla tail dropkick reference last night, so that was fun.
One of my jokes made it in.
A lot of your jokes made it in.
But you have a wealth of how many anime girls and how many like comic fans and people like that do we know that you could just draw from their personality?
Fucking
everything. Everybody we know. That's literally every person we know.
I know. So I'm pulling so much from it. And I love it because they're like some people.
Uni, Panda, like everybody.
But everybody's like, some people were like, your name's Topanga. I was like, yeah. So like when I was born, my mom was so hyped up on Epidural, and like Boy Meets World was on the TV, and boom, I'm Topanga. It's like whatever.
I figured it had to be something like that.
Like whatever. But did you see the new Otaku magazine? Oh my god! I can't wait for Senpai to notice me. It's gonna be so great when Senpai notices me.
That's good. Oh man, those are the people that would like attack you at a convention.
Yeah, It's so fun. I can't wait because I'm also gonna pull out something like when I see anybody in like animal masks, because they have those in the game. I'll be like, oh my god, is there like a furry convention going on in town? Like, oh my god, like, are you really gonna be furries? God,
I'll tell you what, man, I've never seen anything like that. Like an anime convention is definitely different than going to like C2E2 or.
And then you know what I really hate about that anime convention we went to as guests was that the only other comic book guy in that whole place was trying to like rip us off.
Oh yeah, well he wanted. Yeah, well, I mean, he wanted to sell us a box of like, what did he want for it? It was like a short box for. I forget what he wanted for it.
Like 100 or something.
But he didn't. It wasn't anything great in it.
It was like a bunch of Marvel, like the Marvel encyclopedias and stuff like that.
Yeah, like old 2-in-1s that were just trashed.
Yeah. It's kind of like when we went to C2E2 and there was that table with all the books, and we were like, man, there's some good stuff in here, but they all smelled like they were in a musty, moldy attic.
Yeah, they smelled like I was going to buy them, and I had a whole stack, and then I held it up by my face for a second, and I smelled it. It smelled like they had been mold. You could tell there was water damage on some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the smell of the mold on them, I was like, I am not putting this shit anywhere near my books. I'm not buying this. They shouldn't even be able to. That could have been a health hazard. They shouldn't even be able to sell those there.
No, they shouldn't have, and that was just really, really bad. So
they smelled like mold and mildew, like strong, and they even had like green stains on the covers on some of them too. So I was like, yeah, I'm not buying these. As a matter of fact, I need some Purell right now.
Yeah. So, but I'm having a blast with Topanga. She'll be on tonight. If you want to hang around like 30 minutes, you normally. We normally take a short break after the podcast, and then we come back. That's perfectly cool.
My wife's off for the weekend, and I'm up all night, so I'll hang out for a little bit.
The only thing we need is like to make sure you can hear the game, because we had it that one time where you could hear the game.
Yeah, the first time we did it, I could hear everything fine. The second time, all I could hear was you.
Yeah, so we really gotta figure.
We could take 10. Figure that out before we get in.
Yeah.
I mean, I could conceivably just turn up my phone a little bit to maybe where you can't hear it, but I'd rather just fix it and figure out why it's doing that, so we don't have to mess with it next time.
Yeah, so we'll definitely do that. It's a lot of fun because I really enjoy doing Topanga. She's too much fun as a character. So we shall see. We shall see.
So I have you could use like I've got like all these like Gundam boxes around here. I'll just start reading them off to you. You can read stats of Gundams.
Might have to. I am looking right now. I am looking at overlays to start adding like some overlays to the stream, so I have it's a little more just a little. I like Djibouti doesn't do overlays, and I don't really want to do an overlay. I'm just looking to see what they look like, because some people have asked me, hey, are you ever going to do like an overlay or anything like that? So I'm just like, God damn it, Topanga, get out of my fucking voice. Get out of my goddamn voice, Topanga. Go home, Topanga, you're fucking drunk. God, she's in my voice and I can't stop. Fuck. I need Jesus. I need Jesus. Praise him.
I've got to watch that. I gotta watch that. It's got a new name now. What's the new name?
Peter Daniel. His new name is Peter Daniel.
Peter Daniel. Yeah, I have to see that. It's been a long time since Peter Blump's been around, so I have to.
And I gotta watch that. It's so much fun with Peter Blump. I love Peter Blump.
Oh man, so I'll tell you what. It's like I like the new stuff Djibouti does with Milton and everybody, but man, it's just like it's more streamlined now, I guess. I don't know, and they're in with all the family people and everything. But when they originally went in there not knowing anybody, those original Djibouti GTA streams, if you go back on YouTube and watch the original ones, they are so funny just because they don't really know anybody in there and they're just fucking with people. And as Joe Mullet and Peter Blump, and they're like, in some cases, really pissing people off and getting shot. And it's like they don't really do that anymore. Now they kind of stick to the rules. They kind of stick to the RP, which is it's still funny. But I mean, it just nothing is as funny to me as Joe Mullet just being a fucking stick in
everybody's
works.
Just him being like Joe Mullet being Joe Mullet, you know, just him going and
What are you, my dad?
freaking narc. What are you narking? You're narking, man. You're just narc. Those are hilarious. I mean, that's what got us into this whole realm of, you know, RP shit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Djibouti for sure.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it last time, but what I was saying is like, I watched those guys for years, and I had never played GTA. I'm not a GTA player. I play different games. I've never played GTA. Like, I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I love like Injustice. I love like all these different console games, but I've never played an online game against that. I've never been all for like playing online with other players around the world or whatever. But I'd watched Djibouti, and then when I saw they put Joe Mullet on YouTube, and I usually watch their dubs and stuff, and I was like, what is this GTA? I don't even know what the hell they're doing with this. So I just clicked on it one day and watched it, and my sides were hurting from laughing so hard. And I immediately got you were at work, and I messaged you on work, and I sent you the link, and I said, you have to fucking watch this. This is the funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't even know this game even existed in this format where you could do this, but this is the funniest shit in the world. And right from there, I just hooked on it for forever.
I was completely hooked on it, and then, you know, wanting to do it forever, finally getting able to do it. And yeah, I mean, I have found watching it, you know, there are those that, you know, they're you know, just like Djibouti found, you know, when you're on a public server, you got to put up with the public server stuff.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta put up with it, but at the same time, it all leads to better RP when you finally find those guys and gals who are just, you know, they're 100% into the RP, ready for the RP.
Yeah, I don't like when Djibouti was on the public servers doing the stuff, and they just had to deal with those mimes and to deal with those guys and just people that are just in there just to crank music through their voice, their VoIP or whatever, and just blare people out and be assholes. It was like, that sucked, but there were genuine moments of good shit that happened in those public servers. Yeah, and I think it was because of the fact that some of them, like, they were able to make people look like real assholes, and that was funny.
Yeah.
Like Joe Mullet being a smartass to the mimes, or Joe Mullet like being a smartass to people who thought they were like tough guy drug dealers or whatever in the game. Like,
right.
That was funny shit.
You know, and it's like I said, I'm loving the people that I get to RP with. I love, you know, the stories that we've created. And I loved Astrid. I loved her to death, and I still love her, and she's not gone. But I need a break from her for a little bit. It's one of those. It was
pretty intense for a while, and you were into it like deep, like every day.
Yeah.
So it seems like that's a character you got to step away from once in a while.
It's like she's like the child. I'm like, all right, now go to college. We'll see you at Christmas, okay? Just get your ass to college. I'll see you at Christmas time.
Well, I mean, we're just starting to get this thing up off the ground, and you're just now creating characters, so we haven't had really opportunity to get together.
And like I said, now I've got Estes back, and I changed his look, because his look on the family, when I took him to family, I changed his look because I didn't want him to look like Captain Pete. I didn't want people to think I was doing Captain Pete.
Well, yeah, but there's only so many hobo bodies you can use. But yeah,
right.
on there in particular, you don't want to run into Classy as Captain Pete.
Right. So I actually did a free mode character, and he's not like a dirty hobo. He's more like a homeless vet. So he's got his fatigue pants on, he's got his fatigue shirt on, but he's got like the hobo jacket, the big hobo jacket, you know, and he's completely whacked out of his skull. But he's a homeless vet. He still has the gold stuff, because the way we RP it is that he was implanted with the gold obsession by Birdie in the Galactic Armada when he was a POW. So that's fun. And now Topanga, and last night with Topanga, just, oh my God, I was laughing so hard. People in my chat were loving her because she's fresh, she's new, you know. And she's completely, you know, she's got these anime girl tights on, and she's got this like kawaii shirt, pink hair, you know. She has a beanie on that kind of looks like a Pokemon freaking beanie cap.
You know what we can do next year at C2E2 when we go? We can look for a girl dressed exactly like that, and you can tell her that she's cosplaying your GTA character.
Yeah,
It doesn't know it.
You're cosplaying Topanga Fisher.
And you don't even realize it, but you're wearing her exact outfit.
You don't realize it. So I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. Yeah, there's some nights where I kind of, the emotions run a little wild, and I do get, there's sometimes I'll get mad, there's sometimes I'll get upset, but you know what, at the end of the day, the long run, it's just fun. So, and I'm setting some things up so that way I can start doing some retro stuff, you know, play some old Batman on NES and stuff like that, getting that set up.
Yeah. There's, well, pretty soon, our good friend John Kroll's got a new series coming on here in the next few weeks, and there will be Space Chief videos coming, abound for Kroll's new show. So we'll have those probably going up on the Twitch at some point too. And pretty soon, I gotta get a hold of Kroll, get him on the show again. Have a little sit down with the man behind $10 million Bigfoot bounty.
Right.
Oh my God! By the way, I have been watching countless hours of Bigfoot stuff on YouTube. If anyone, if you're new to the show, if you're new to the just since we started on Twitch, you might not know this, but I am obsessed with Bigfoot, and I have been for years. And I watch really, really cheesy documentaries about Bigfoot and Bigfoot-related things on YouTube and Amazon and Netflix and anywhere I could find Bigfoot stuff. I even got Ivan Marks' second film around here somewhere, which is completely. I think there's only 6 of those in the world. But I'm obsessed. So I've been watching these Bigfoot things all week, and it strikes me like I when I listen to them, it's like I can kind of tell who's full of shit and who's like just embellishing the hell out of their story, and who maybe had some kind of legit experience.
Right.
But man, I have been watching like hundreds of these things. I have Bigfoot on the brain this week. I'm going to have to watch Ivan again, I think, pretty soon.
Celtic Rose coming in that chat. How you doing, Celtic? She's asking you, Chief, have you ever seen the show Finding Bigfoot?
I have, and it's hysterical. It's funny. I love. A matter of fact, if you go on Djibouti's YouTube channel, I think it's in. I think that's Djibouti Dubs. If you go to the Dubs channel, they do a Finding Bigfoot dub that's hysterical. That has Bobo doing this real dumb voice. And yeah, I love that show. I watch it anytime it's on. But I think my favorite on the show is Renee, because she's the skeptic. And she just makes fun of Matt Moneymaker and Bobo and those guys through the whole episode. So she's the reason I watch it.
Minty Delight coming in that chat. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Minty Delight. And my favorite of all time, Spin Nose, this is my favorite reality, not reality, bullshit fantasy adventure series, is Mountain Monsters on Destination America.
Which this is why I'm like, I can't wait for you to get a better computer, because we're totally gonna rip off Mountain Monsters and bring them to GTA RP.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna rip off Mountain Monsters. We're gonna be Bigfoot hunters in that city.
As much as I love Trapper, I think I'm gonna have you be Trapper.
Goddamn sheep squash pissed in my eye.
Yeah, I think you'd be a better Trapper, because you gotta know the ropes of GTA, and you would know what you were doing more in there. And you should be in charge of that. But I would be, if I was going to be any of them, I'd be Huckleberry or Jeff.
Did I stream Estes the other night? I might have streamed Estes the other night. And I pulled that out. I pulled out Sheep Squatch, and he pissed in my eye. And I forget who it was. I don't know who it was, which other guy it was. But somebody was like, what the hell did you just piss in your eye? What? Like, damn, Sheep Squatch pissed in my eye.
Hey, Kenro Gaming.
Kenro Gaming. How you doing, brother?
How's it going?
Sounds like so much fun. Oh, you don't have like you know me in GTA, and I love, other than the drama of Astrid, you know how much fun I can have with a character when I'm totally having fun in there. And I love Astrid, of course. Just wait till he gets in here. It's gonna be freaking bonkers off the wall, because we're just gonna be running around there doing like freaking crazy ass shit. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm in the works of working on that, getting that computer. I do need a new computer.
We can take people on Bigfoot hunts, like at night up in like the woods.
There is a Bigfoot in GTA somewhere,
there is.
Right? Isn't there?
Yeah, but I don't know. There is, because I think somebody actually found it on the server the other day. I forget who found it, but somebody found it.
If there's a Bigfoot in the server, we have to spend time out looking for that.
That is our whole goal, is to find Bigfoot. That's our whole goal, is to find them. But then we still have to do like if we have to shoot like one of the mountain lions, is like, so you shot mountain lion. That ain't no mountain lion.
That's mountain squatch.
That's mountain squatch. You know, he pissed on my shoe. Pissed on my shoe. I had to kill him. I think do you think is I wonder if we could get Ziva to dress up as Bigfoot and let us hunt her around town for a bit. That would be so. Or
how do I get to be an admin? I want to be the actual Bigfoot.
Is Kuzi an admin or is Kuzi a mod? Because if Kuzi could be our Bigfoot, that would be freaking amazing. That'd be so much fun if Kuzi could be the Bigfoot.
Oh, it'd be great if not only if we could catch him, but he becomes part of our crew. We just hang with Bigfoot. 2 Bigfoot hunters and Bigfoot just hanging around together, riding in a car. We got Bigfoot in the back of a car.
He likes the beef jerky.
He likes to put his head out the window.
He's like a dog. His tongue just goes flapping all over the place in the wind.
Gets the whole back window wet.
We could be the man who shot Hitler and then the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait for that movie.
When is that coming out? I don't even know what it's about. Is that like really the plot? Because I'm totally down for that.
It's Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott fighting Hitler and then killing Bigfoot. That'd be the greatest movie ever made.
Greatest thing of all time. You know, who does not want to see Sam Elliott kill Hitler and then the Bigfoot?
The only way it would be better is if it was Nick Cage. If it was Nick Cage doing that, it would be. I would drop I would leave the podcast right now and go find it.
Yeah, I killed Hitler, and then the Bigfoot came out, and I had to pay this ghost. You see,
I had to pay the ghost.
I'm always paying the ghost, and the bees got in my eyes. It was bad.
I ate a peach for hours.
Ate a peach for hours. Speaking of Nick, hey, you know what? Speaking of Nick Cage.
He's doing a voice in a Spider-Man movie coming up pretty soon.
There he is. There's Nick Cage on the screen for everybody. There's Nick Cage.
Hi, Nick Cage.
What's real great is we finally get Nick Cage as Superman in the Teen Titans Go movie.
Yeah, I actually like Nick Cage. I think he's a cool guy.
I love Nick Cage.
I find his acting style hilarious at some points. But Nick Cage has actually done some dramatic shit in his past that actually. Wasn't he nominated for like an Academy Award?
Yeah, he was. Was it? Which one was that? Was that Raising Arizona?
Was it Raising Arizona or Moonstruck with Cher? I don't remember.
Might have been Moonstruck. Let me look it up.
But he's actually a good actor, but he is hysterical in those action roles, and I love that guy. And plus, I give any big-time comic collector.
Okay, no, he received, he's an Academy Award winner, Chief, because he received an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and a Screen Actors Guild Award for his performance as an alcoholic Hollywood writer in Leaving Las Vegas.
That's where he drank himself to death.
Leaving Las Vegas. Of course, he was in the great movie The Rock.
Oh yeah.
About the escape from Alcatraz. Face
Pay
Off.
the Ghost. He was in Pay the Ghost.
It was great. I had to pay the ghost. Pay the ghost. I had to do it. Had to pay that ghost.
Been paying that ghost too much.
I'm paying him too much. I swear.
I need a refund. I need a ghost refund.
And then I was left behind.
Oh man, that was one of those tax movies.
That was Nicolas Cage having to pay his taxes.
That was paying the tax movie back.
I still need to see Rage starring Nick Cage.
Yeah, I want to see that movie about that movie Parents that he just put out. I think it's called about parents or something, where the parents of everybody go crazy and start killing everybody.
Oh, I got to see that one.
I think him and Adventures in Babysitting are in it, and they just go nuts and try to kill their own kids.
God, I want to see that. Wait a minute, Adventures in Babysitting. Are you talking? Oh God, what's her name? Not Christy Swanson. Was it Christy Swanson?
No, the Elizabeth something.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah. I think she's the one that's in it with in that movie with Cage. I'm not positive on that. I could be wrong, but it looks good because Nicolas Cage is being Cage full on.
Okay, so the man who killed Hitler and then Bigfoot. As of September 2017, the film was halfway through principal photography. In June 2018, it was announced that the film would debut at the Fantasia Film Festival in Montreal, Canada, which I'm not seeing when that is going to be.
That will be in my my digital movie collection.
That is movie. That movie is a pre-order as soon as it's able to be pre-ordered.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that. There's no way I'm not watching that first night of release.
We'll see if I pre-order that one faster than I did the Disaster Artist.
Yeah, I got Disaster Artist right away too. matter of fact, I told you it was out, and then I had gotten it, and you were like, I'm going to get it like next week or whatever, and then you wrote back to me and said, no, I got it. I got it right now.
I got it right now.
I couldn't wait.
I could not wait for the Disaster Artist. I mean, the story of the greatest movie ever made, The Room. There's no freaking way I was not getting that fucking movie.
I think it's on Prime right now for free if anybody's got Prime.
Yeah, if anybody's got Prime and you have not seen The Disaster Artist, you have to watch it. That movie, when I got done with that movie, I was like, this is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life.
I honestly thought Franco got totally ripped off at the Academy Awards for that.
He freaking did get ripped off. His Tommy Wiseau was
Shape of Water was way overrated. I love Guillermo Del Toro. I loved everything he's ever done so far to this point. I even like Pan's Labyrinth, as dark as that is.
Pan's Labyrinth is a great movie. Pan's Labyrinth, it got a lot of recognition when it came out, but I don't think people truly understand the art of Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, I liked that one a lot. And I've liked, of course, the Hellboy movies. I absolutely love. Those are very dead on, perfect.
Yeah.
And I loved his movie with Devil's Backbone. Is another one of his.
Yeah. And then he had the Orphanage.
Yeah, Orphanage. I think was one of his main. Is that his or not?
Did he do Crimson Peak?
Yeah, he did that one, which was okay too. It was more of like a gothic, like ghost story kind of movie. And it was okay. Special effects were cool. But Shape of Water, it was. I was expecting more from it. I really wanted to see it bad when it came out because I heard it was about like a fish man from R'lyeh, from like Cthulhu that washed up on the shore and they caught him.
It was Abe Sapien in love.
Yeah, basically the whole movie. And I thought it was just weird, and I thought it was overrated and kind of cheesy, and it was predictable. Like I predicted exactly what would happen in the first couple of minutes, and. Well, I've heard that. Never saw it. Pan's Labyrinth is good. Celtic Rose. You might go check it out sometime. When you get a chance.
Now that movie is in Spanish with English subtitles. But the thing that's truly amazing about Pan's Labyrinth is Doug Jones's portrayal as the different characters.
Yeah, the troll with the hands in his eyes.
Yeah, Doug
really
Jones.
cool.
Doug Jones is an amazing actor that. You barely ever see him as himself because he's always in prosthetics. He's always in costumes, and he uses his body to get most. And I think this is why I love him. Is he uses his body language to convey the emotions and the feelings of the characters.
Would you say he's superior to what's his name, the little guy, Gollum guy, Andy Serkis?
Oh, Serkis is the master of motion capture. I give him that. He's like the master of motion capture. But when it comes to like prosthetics, and like especially when they're wearing that much latex, it's hard to move.
Kinro Gaming, I agree. Foreign horror movies are the best horror movies. Mainstream horror sucks.
I give you that. I actually honestly agree. I really do. It's kind of like if you ever watch like even like a movie like The Grudge, the Grudge movies.
Yeah, the original Japanese ones, you mean, or the remakes with the?
Well, it's like you have the Japanese ones, right? And there was like two or three before the one that the director remade in English, because it was the same director who did it in Japan, brought it over to the United States. And
it was like a series of stuff, wasn't it? It was like
it's a series, kind of like the Ring movies. The Ring movies is a series. It's not, because it's the Ringu. There's like a series of them. And like the one we got was like the third in the series or something like that. Look at IP Man, amazing movie that I know IP Man. IP Man's a great movie. It's a great
I've never seen it. I heard somebody talking about it the other day though. I've never seen it.
Yeah, they're good. They're great movies. And it's like
Donnie Yen, is he in those?
I believe it is Donnie Yen. Yeah. But those movies, like I'm a huge fan. Like when and this is where people are like, oh my god, he's freaking nuts. So, and even Chief is like, you watch that shit?
I tell you not to watch. I always tell you not to watch that shit all the time.
Yeah, my soul is so dark. That's what people don't understand. That's what they don't understand. Oh yeah, I'm just a nice guy in RP. No, my soul is as black as the abyss, my friends. I can bring in.
You certainly watched some of the most horrific shit I can even think of. I don't even know how you get through it.
Cannibal Holocaust is an underrated film. All right, it's underrated.
You know what? Cannibal Holocaust is the least of it. I think That's a classic film that everybody kind of knows about.
You remember how happy I was? You remember how happy I was when I heard that Eli Roth was doing a cannibal movie? How I was on like cloud 9 because he named it The Green Inferno, which was the name of the film within the film in Cannibal Holocaust. And then I watched Green Inferno and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You goddamn fucking kidding me.
Didn't they just get everybody high and escape?
Yes, they stuffed weed. Like the cannibals ate one of the people, right? But they had put like so much, like they put like weed and stuff in the character or in the person that when the cannibals smoked, the meat and ate it, they all got high. I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
It wouldn't totally change their intentions.
You cannot turn a human into a pot brownie.
Even the most potent weed in the world wouldn't make you forget you were about to eat people.
I mean, I understand Soylent Green is people. But people are not pot brownies. That made no sense. And none of the characters, I did not like a single one of the characters. They were classic Eli Roth characters. They were all bad people that I did not give two shits about.
That's a technique, man. I've noticed that in a lot of horror movies that all the people that they're just about to brutally slaughter, they make you absolutely hate those people for the first 25 minutes.
Now I admit, the entire time I was watching, Cannibal Holocaust, I was just waiting for Touchdown Debbie. Touchdown Debbie. Because, I mean, it's Mr. Greenfield from Debbie Does Dallas. Come on, it's Mr. Greenfield. For Christ's sake.
Man, that movie is one I would... The only reason I didn't watch Green Inferno was because of your review of it. And I thought, well, that sounds boring and shitty.
Okay, so, like, Cannibal Holocaust really does have moments in there that make you, like, I cannot watch this.
I think it's the 70s. 60s and 70s movies have that vibe, and they just fuck with your head.
Well, it's that, and then it's the fact that it's because of Cannibal Holocaust. It's because of that movie that we now see at the end of any movie that you see no animals were harmed in the making of this film. The Cannibal Holocaust is the reason for that, because animals were killed, and they were killed on camera and were put in the movie.
Yeah, that's
hard to watch. That is very hard. The scene with the turtle is very hard to watch. I will say that if anybody's like, oh, you know what? Now I got to check out what Spin's talking about. When you get to the scene with the sea turtle, just
Apocalypse Now got in trouble for that a little bit too.
Yeah, they did.
They killed a cow on screen in that movie.
But there are things. I mean, and the director of Cannibal Holocaust was that wasn't Deodato, right? That was it Deodato? That did that. Let me see here. Cannibal Holocaust was it was Deodato. Yeah, it was Ruggero Deodato. Deodato got brought up on freaking charges.
Yeah, did they think it was a real murder or something happening?
They thought he really murdered the people in that film. Which a guy we know pretty well. Eduardo Sanchez kind of almost got kind of the same thing when Blair Witch came out.
Yeah, there was that Blair Witch campaign. When the Blair Witch thing started, I originally saw the ads on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah,
that it was.
They had like a whole documentary on the Blair Witch on Sci-Fi, like before the movie even came out.
Yeah, and I was fairly convinced at the time. I'm not even sure when that was. It was like leading up to it, a few months before the movie actually came out, and at the time I had thought that in advertising for movies and things like that, you were not allowed to say that this is a true story, this really happened, and it just be totally bullshit. I thought that there had to be some truth in advertising in the making of documentaries and movies and whatnot. So when they did that campaign, for the first few weeks, I was absolutely convinced that that 3 people had really disappeared.
Right.
And I waited for this documentary to come on, and then they said it was about a witch and all this shit. And I was like, well, that's pretty fucking creepy. I have to see this if it's a real thing. And then eventually it came out that this was all just advertising stuff for the movie and everything.
Well, it's kind of like, there is no such place as Burkittsville, Maryland.
Yeah.
There is no Burkittsville, Maryland.
A little research, you find out.
You find this out. Real. However, that didn't stop me and my friends from taking our girlfriends up to Maryland and taking them into the woods and creeping the fuck out of them.
Oh, who wouldn't if I was right there?
And you know what else I would take them by? You know what else I would take them by?
I know the Bunny Man.
The Bunny Man Bridge. If you all y'all listening to the chat right now, you guys got to stay with us because when we get to Halloween time, that's when I get to do my annual talk of the Bunny Man Bridge.
Oh yeah, and somebody.
It's an annual tradition. Spin talks about the Bunny Man Bridge every Halloween.
We had somebody on the show not too long ago that had heard of the Bunny Man story, and we were talking about it. I can't remember who it was.
Took him on the wrong turn. Oh, no. How do we get like one good movie and then the wrong turn gets like 8 fucking shitty sequels? How many times can you kill inbred hillbillies in a freaking forest?
I actually watched all the Wrong Turn movies on Sci-Fi Channel one day when I was home.
And you're still alive.
And I made it through those. I'll tell you, man, I watch some horrible horror. I get caught into like some really stupid shit, and I will watch. Spin those. My TV habits are pure insanity, and YouTube. Yeah. I find the weirdest shit you could possibly watch, and I watch it. I found a new. I found the In Search Of channel on YouTube.
Ooh.
And it has like every episode with Leonard Nimoy of In Search Of, and I've been watching
Leonard Nimoy, you should not play with Seaman too often. You are lavishing too much love on Seaman. Can I give a shout out real quick to James Rolfe? He put out a new episode for AVGN, Dirty Harry, the other week. A friend of the show, a very dear friend of the show, James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Much kudos to him. And I also, I didn't do this before. I want to give him mad props that he got the show on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I've been checking I saw it on there. I haven't checked any of them out, but I'd see where they post the new things on there. Pretty awesome. James and Mike both are good friends of this podcast. James has been on like 3 or 4 times.
4 or 5 actually now. Getting James on the show is like pulling teeth, but when we do get him on the show, it's always a fun time. It's always a great time whenever we get James on the show. So
he threw me off the first time because James is not the nerd.
No,
it's a weird difference because you watch the nerd and it's almost like the nerd because he does the reviews and you watched him for years and everything. And then when you actually meet James Rolfe, he's very quiet and polite and subdued. He's not the fuck you. He's not that guy all the time. So that threw me off first, but then the second time when I kind of got his personality, and he's actually becoming a really good friend of the show. So. James
is a great friend of the show. I'm hoping to try to get in contact with him to get him back on here, maybe around the end of the year time frame. But yeah, congratulations, brother, man. Mad props to you, my friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're like this, the thing with horror, and we've talked about it so many times on the show, is that I want that feeling where this could happen, or like you're more supernatural. You like the ghost stuff and things like that. I want like that real life situation where it's like, how would I get out of this shit?
Well, also, I like the ghost stuff, but I also have become more of a fan of the found footage type ghost stuff.
Yes.
Because that does make it seem more like it could happen and more real.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, Eli Roth is always hit or miss for me, and I hated the Hostel movies. I hated Hostel.
I watched both. I actually watched. I was a fan of Eli Roth for a little while because of he was. I've always known. Well, he was Howard Stern's assistant for one thing. Like way back. And he's always been a cool guy, and he would go on Stern every once in a while.
He is a cool guy. I'm not gonna lie that he is a cool guy.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy. I just think that his movies just.
Well, his movies, every character is an asshole.
Yeah, they're hard to get through. So I would watch his movies as a fan of him personally, being a cool guy, and then I'd be like, I don't dig Hostel. It's just too much torture porn shit. I don't want to see it.
It's like
Hostel 2, it's the same shit.
And Hostel 3 was just god awful.
I didn't even see that one.
There's a third one. That one though, Eli Roth had nothing to do with. I don't think he had anything to do with the third one.
Yeah, probably.
Because they took the third one, and instead of it being in like Eastern Europe, they took it to like Vegas.
Yeah, probably like
total bullshit.
Streaming movie.
Yeah, total fucking bullshit. But like with me, like I'm a huge. I love the Saw films. Yes, they get worse and worse and worse as they go along. They really do. But I love the Saw. Like the first Saw film, I really enjoyed.
I like the first one. I don't like any of the other ones. I like the first one a lot.
I like the first one. The second one, I did not think was bad. But and you know why the second one wasn't bad. There's Donnie fucking Wahlberg. Okay, he is like God. Donnie Wahlberg is God. Okay, there is no mistaking it. The man, the myth, the legend is Donnie Wahlberg. First of all,
he's the tough new kid.
He was the tough new kid. He was the best of the new kids, and he's married to Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah, it's true.
He lived every 90s young man's fantasy.
Kind of after the prime though.
Yeah. After the prime, but he's still Donnie fucking Wahlberg. Okay,
that's true.
Freaking Donnie fucking Wahlberg. Never seen any of the Saw films, but want to. Definitely check them out. They're definitely like the first one. Definitely is a good one. It's got Cary Elwes in it. It's got Donald Glover in it. Not Donald Glover.
I would
Danny
say
Glover.
The first one you will absolutely love, and then it's a matter of personal taste for 2 through however many else there are. But the first one is pretty much universally loved by everybody. Everybody loved that.
And, yeah, that one is really good. Because most of the movie takes place in that bathroom. And I like
a weird underground, like a morgue or something they put him in.
And I love it. And once again, Ken Rose said earlier, now we know why you play Ashford so well. Yeah, you know what? I can pull out the most depraved, devious, black shit out of my mind. And I could blow everybody's brain to freaking, they'd be like, whoa, because I have it all up here. I am. Speaking of Donnie Wahlberg, have you ever seen the movie Fear with him? Yes.
Oh yeah, he got some. Was that Donnie? That was Donnie, or was that Mark? I thought Mark was in that one.
What, in Fear?
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here.
I thought Mark Wahlberg
Fear,
was in
disambiguous. Fear. All right. 1996 had Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, the 1996 film had Mark Wahlberg, but was
that's
Donnie
when he kind of
too.
stepped out of that Marky Mark, and people found out.
So Donnie, that was Mark. Mark was in Fear. But Donnie Wahlberg. If you remember the beginning of The Sixth Sense, the really skinny guy at the very beginning of The Sixth Sense, when Bruce Willis walks in his house, that's Donnie Wahlberg.
Isn't it weird that both those guys are just good actors?
They're great actors.
They come from shitty pop music, but they're
but here's the thing: Donnie had a much more successful singing career than Mark did.
There was nothing bigger than New Kids on the Block.
They're still going on. They are still touring.
They had that Saturday morning cartoon show for a while, the New Kids. It was like a Saturday morning thing, and then they went huge and started touring the world. And everybody still knows who they are. So they haven't faded completely. I mean, you could say Joey and Donnie and all that. Everybody knows you're talking about New Kids.
Yeah. If you watch Sixth Sense, at the very beginning of it, the guy that shoots Bruce Willis, that's Donnie Wahlberg. He lost so much weight to do that role.
How much did he lose? It says somewhere how much weight.
Let me see here. Did acting career. See the tension for his role in Success, played blah, 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 in the opening scene. He lost a shit ton of it. I know he did. Where's it going? I'm not seeing it, but he did lost a crap ton of weight for that. He looked emaciated.
Yeah, there's just go on like your browser there and look up Donnie Wahlberg Sixth Sense, and a picture will pop up, and you won't believe that it's the same guy.
He looks like Kuzi. He looks like Kuzi from GTA. He's like all emaciated. You know who I want to redo? You remember last week we were talking about fan casting the Predator? You know who I want to put is like in every movie now? There's one guy I want to put in every single movie, and I don't care what he does. He just needs to be in the movie, and he has to have a speaking line. Harvey Firestein. I want Harvey Firestein in like everything. You gotta have Harvey Firestein.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive, Chief. Honey, I'm still kicking. What are you talking about?
I haven't seen him in anything since Independence Day.
Well, they haven't had another Mrs. Doubtfire, do you? I mean, seriously. I mean, come on.
That guy's voice is crazy.
It's crazy, I know, but it's so fabulous. Come on.
He sounds like a cartoon character.
Shut up. You're making me blush. Come on. Oh my. And I say that because I was watching some SNL things earlier with what's his name? Not Jason Sudeikis, the other guy. Bill Hader. And he does have you ever heard Bill Hader do Alan Alda?
No.
Oh my God, his Alan Alda is like spot on. You gotta go Chief Nick, when you're able to go on YouTube, look up Bill Hader, Alan Alda. Oh my God, it is spot on. Alan
the guy's funny, and one of my favorite. I like the "I drink your milkshake" thing from when he takes people's milkshakes, and then the other thing that he does that I thought is one of my favorite things in the world is that Bill Hader is the whole opening to the movie Pineapple Express.
Yes.
And the whole, like the beginning part is supposed to be an old black and white stock footage of marijuana tests the government were doing. And they've got Bill Hader is like an army private, and they've got him in a room and a guy with a hazmat suit, and they're giving him weed. And just his spiel at the commanding officer in the room is the funniest. If I hear that, I will crack up laughing out loud every time when he just goes, "Fuck you," to his commanding officer. It's the funniest thing. I still just crack up laughing every time I see it. And then he's like going, "Oh, you know what's wrong with your military dog and pony show? Where are all the? Why is it all dudes?"
Before we get out of here, though, there's one more thing we got to talk about that we're super excited about here at the show. One of our favorite TV shows of all time is coming back very, very soon. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, September 5th? Is that what
I believe so.
It's in September.
Yep.
September 5th or 9th or something.
But It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is coming back. This is one of our all-time favorite shows of all time.
Nobody knows if Dennis is going to be back. It doesn't look like Tony at all. He's got that weird like forward combed haircut too. It looks like a little kid from the 70s or something.
But from what I'm seeing here, and I'm looking at everything, it looks like he is going to be back because there's a lot of pictures of him with the rest of the cast.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was going to say that they just did a thing like Mac, the guy that Rob McElhenney plays Mac on the show. Him and Caitlin Olsen own a bar. Like they really own a bar called Mac's Bar. I think it's called Mac's. And there's a recent picture of Charlie and Dennis were both there with them. And that was supposed to be when they were filming the season. So I'm guessing he's still around.
Should be. Holy crap. Yeah, I just looked up the Donnie Wahlberg pic. It doesn't look like him at all. No, it doesn't, does it? That's why he is God.
Yeah,
I don't change his body to fit any role.
I didn't know that was him when I first saw it. After a week or two when the press and everything was coming out and saying it was Donnie Wahlberg, I found out. But yeah, I didn't recognize him when I first saw the movie in the theater.
So with It's Always Sunny, yes, there's been rumors that Dennis is going to have, he won't be there the full time, but he is going to have like, he is going to be in a couple episodes. FX released a press statement that says Dennis will be in North Dakota, adding, even without Dennis Reynolds, the gang has its hands full as Charlie hopes to have a child with the waitress.
Yeah, they were together at the end of the last season.
Max sets out to understand his newfound sexuality. Dee takes feminism to new heights, and Frank goes to great lengths for the game to experience the greatest moment in Philadelphia sports history, an Eagles Super Bowl victory.
I can't wait. Oh man, the ass pounder exercise bike.
You know what we didn't do when we were in Chicago together? We didn't get rum ham.
No, we didn't.
Next time. Next time we're getting rum ham.
And we got some good chicken though.
Oh, we got some great chicken. I forget what that shop was, but we had some great chicken up in Chicago.
Something's juice bar or something.
Some juice bar, but god damn, that was a damn good chicken sandwich.
Yeah, we ordered it twice, like 2 nights in a row, because it was so good.
It's like on a big ciabatta bread thing or something like that. Some big roll. Oh my god.
Big, giant piece of chicken. It was good.
So fucking good. It was better than that pizza we got.
Yeah, pizza was. I was expecting more from that pizza. I don't remember. I don't want to bash a pizza place, but I thought it said like New York style pizza, fresh, all this. It like had this great advertisement, so I ordered that, and it comes, and it's the same fucking pizza you get from anywhere else.
Yeah,
wasn't anything special.
Nothing special. But yeah, so we're excited for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia to come back. Love that show. Can't wait for it to come back. I'm dying. We need more Frank and Charlie.
Yeah, Frank Reynolds is like my favorite television character of all time.
In fact, after this, Chief and I are going to play Nightcrawlers after this.
That's right.
We're going to play Nightcrawlers.
Get ready.
Get ready. We're playing Nightcrawlers. And our cats are going to have kitten mittens.
And they're going to get in the walls.
Next time you're in Chicago, you need to get Lou Malnati's pizza.
I live right in the area, and I've had Lou Malnati's pizza, by the way. Not bad. It's the thick style. I'm more of a New York style crust guy though. I'll eat the thick style just if I'm like with people that are eating that. Like I don't mind it, but my preference is thin crust.
And I get out there. I try to get out there once a year. We try to go to C2E2 together. So if that's where you're near and you're able to get to C2E2, shoot, come and hang out with us when we're at C2E2.
I can take you to Lou Malnati's. That's easy. Yeah.
There's like a couple, like we have to get like beef sandwiches and things like that. Well, I do because I don't get it all the time. You know, it's kind of like when you come out here, it's like I'm taking you for seafood because we're right here, Chesapeake Bay and everything. Can get you some Chesapeake Bay seafood. Good, some good shit. Pizza's pizza.
Yeah, pizza in Chicago is kind of up in the air for me because everybody loves the thick crust here. It's like the Chicago thing, but I am a thin crust guy. I don't mind thick crust. Like that's what's there, and I need to eat, then I will eat it. But my preference is to get the thinner crust. But the Italian beef sandwich, that's what Chicago should be known for. The Italian beef sandwich.
Just like Philadelphia is known for fight milk.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a place. There's this weird little stand I want to try in Chicago. It's over my buddy Derek's house. He's got where he used to live actually. There's a little place called Chucho's on Maxwell, and it's like right in the middle of the median, but it's an Italian beef spot, and it's got it's like right in the middle of the street, and I don't even know how you park to get to it, but it's always packed every time I go by it.
Yeah. So really, really good stuff. So we're excited about that. We're also excited. We are now 4 episodes away from episode 200 of this show. A huge milestone for us. We're so excited because 200 episodes. A lot of podcasts do not get to 200 episodes.
No, I just saw one of the big ones just got to 100. Like that was some kind of accomplishment.
Yeah, we are hitting 200 in 4 weeks. 4 weeks, we are hitting 200, which means our good friend Cool Beer from Liverpool, England, is going to be on with us. We're going to be talking a lot of comics, and a lot of stuff is happening in comics. Which I will have comic reviews up on our Renegade Review show. I will have that up tomorrow. Just everything going on. I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back in this, back in sync.
It's been a rough road to 200 episodes, so we're calling in a doctor for the last one.
He's a surgeon.
A surgeon.
Which is another thing, because that's another thing everybody needs to watch out for. If I am ever role-playing something, I can call a surgeon.
That's right.
I have the power.
We have a surgeon on call.
We have him on call. He's in
England.
He's in England, but he's on call at all times. But he's going to be on. We're going to talk a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is happening in comics. We just had big issue number 50 of Batman, which was the wedding issue of him and Catwoman, or was it?
I'm waiting to see if Cooler even read it.
He did. He put a tweet out about it.
Okay, I got to hear his thoughts on it because I'm not even sure that. Tom King did something brilliant there, I think, because he's got everybody talking. He's got everybody thinking about it, and it's blowing everybody's mind. And some people are hating on it bad, from what I hear, and saying it was a waste and that it was completely, there was no payoff in that book. Mm-hmm. I think the payoff is the psychological that's going to come later down the road.
I think so. I really do. I've seen people say it was all an excuse so Joelle Jones could do a head of book. I've heard all sorts of stuff
I think
like that
King's had a plan for this because he did the callback to Rooftops right through the whole thing. He did the callback to that arc. So there's something more to this.
There'll be more. There'll be a lot more. So, and this is going to lead Batman in a new direction, and it's going to be...
Well, he's going to be unhappy again for sure, so he's going to be out caving in motorcycle helmets again.
Well, that's going to be the question, though. Is he going to be as angry as he was when, during, Death in the Family, or even, Death of the Family, or even Death in the Family, when after Jason Todd was killed, he went on that fucking rampage.
Yeah.
Remember when Jason Todd was killed, he went on a rampage.
There's been a couple of times that the deaths of Robins and whatnot have driven Batman to the edge. So it remains to be seen what his wife's standing him up will do.
We'll see. But we got so much stuff to talk about that. There's so much stuff going on all around the world of comics. So that is a very comic book heavy episode. And bring your if you've ever read a comic, if you've ever read a graphic novel, bring your questions for Cool Beer. Bring your questions for Cool Beer. If he's read it, he will give you his honest thoughts on it. Bring your questions for Cool Beer.
He's very well versed in characters too, so even if he hasn't read it, he'll have some insight into the character.
This will be brand new for him. He has never done a live show like this, to my knowledge, so it'll be brand new for him. So everybody, just treat him with respect. Be gentle with him. Be gentle with him in this live round. Be gentle.
Oh, everybody's gonna love Cool Beer. He's the best.
Cool Beer is amazing. So we got that coming up. We got more GTA coming up. Chief and I are going to take a short break after the podcast. We're going to do some stuff, and then I'll come on. We're going to try to make sure he can hear the game for while he's there. We're going to pull out some. We're going to bring Topanga in tonight. We're going to do some Topanga tonight and have some fun with her because she is just a freaking blast. So we're going to do that next week, of course. Right back here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch as we bring you episode 197 of the Nerd Rage Renegades podcast. And then, of course, always watch that Podbean, Nerd Rage Renegades on Podbean for any time Renegade reviews go up.
Yeah. New one will be up there this week sometime?
It'll be up there this week. I'm going to get it done. I'll get it done. And then, of course, if you missed anything on the VODs for any of the past episodes of the podcast or any of the past episodes of the GTA RP, the VODs are there. I don't delete any of the VODs. Make sure you go. You can check those out. They're all up there. Hours and hours of fun.
And be looking in the future. We have the Alice commentary coming at you pretty quick.
I've been putting that together. I've got that in my editor now. It's been editing. I've been splicing things together, making sure that when you guys go and watch it, it syncs up perfectly. That's always my concern. It takes a little bit longer with the commentary because I'm drawing out. I'm getting the video. I'm making sure it syncs up properly. And everything's good with that. So
honestly, we haven't had any complaints about the syncs, the sync ups. We did have the one complaint from the guy who wanted the whole movie, but we can't do that. But mostly, I can. If you want to do this, if you want to get our commentary tracks, you want to watch movies, I could promise you almost 98% of the time they're going to be on YouTube for you to watch. And the same video that we're watching, so the sync up shouldn't be a problem. Once in a while, we'll do one from Netflix or Amazon or something, but we'll let you know if something's different or whatever.
Exactly. So with that, if you want to follow us on social media, we have Twitter accounts. Chief's at SpaceChief75 on Twitter, and of course, I'm at Nerd Rage Renegades on Twitter, and that's NRDRGE Renegades. Okay, because there is a letter limit to the goddamn names. But if you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us there. Chief's got all, he posts all his dog pics there, and I'm on there every so often. A lot of times I hate Twitter because sometimes it gets a little too toxic. Yeah. But we're there, so you can reach out on there. And of course, we have the Discord, which most people in here are on the Discord. If you're not in the Discord,
dog pics on there too, by the way. Put a lot of dog pictures in there if you like dogs.
If you're not in the Discord, I am going to go ahead and drop the Discord link here in the chat. That way, if you want to get in on that Discord, go ahead and get in.
There it is.
On there. So we always have fun time on the Discord, posting pictures, anything like that. You can post screenshots. You can post ideas you have for your characters. Everything on there. We just have a good fun time on there, and everybody's pretty much respectful.
Do what you want, but just be nice.
Yeah, just be nice. The Renegade Army is very, very nice because we want every single one of you to remember one thing as you leave us here tonight and go off on your journeys. We want you all to live deliciously.
That's right.
See you all next week for episode 197 of the Nerd Rage Renegades podcast. And good night.
Good night, everybody.